Hello student, welcome in online lecture series. I am Dr. Basab Tambe, Assistant Professor in MEPhils KTHM College Nasik in Geography Department. In last few lecture, we studied about the industrial geography, introduction of industrial geography, definition of industrial geography. In the last lecture, we studied the introduction of economic geography, definitions of economic geography, some contributions of geographers in economic geography, as well as some branches of economic and physical and human geographies branches also studied. Today we are going to see the nature and scope of industrial geography. Nature of economic geography is same of nature of industrial geography, because of when we study the economic geography as well as nature of economic geography, that time we are studying indirectly nature of industrial geography also. That's why both nature and scope also same, near about same. First nature is descriptive nature. During the early period, industrial geography was a descriptive in nature and aimed at description of economic landscape as well as industrial landscape of the particular region, description of human activity, economic activity in is the oldest matter of economic geography. Many scholars explain information about the agriculture, fishing, forestry, hunting, mining, and few secondary and tertiary activities in their books or articles related to this subject. The information which included in the subject was written by using word. There was not too much use of maps, charts, graphs, or other methods of the data representation. Only distribution of economic activities of human beings were discussed with their major region to localized and particular region of area. Therefore, nature of industrial geography was descriptive. Then dynamic nature. You know that so many new industries come into the market, as well as some old industry wash out from the market also. That's why this nature of industrial geography is dynamic. The subject matter of economic or in the industrial geography changed time to time. Before the industrial revolution, man's economic activity mainly subsistence economy and trade was carried out on the limited area. But today man's economic become multidimensional and global. Therefore, it is carried out at global level. Therefore, subject matter of industrial geography, there is this newly information is added. One example which illustrated the changing nature of industrial geography. The economic structure has seen vast change. In the past, the percentage of people engaged in primary activity was more, but today percentage of people engaged in secondary and tertiary activities increase in large scale. Thus, the nature of economic geography and industrial geography will always change also in future. Third one is scientific nature. The nature of industrial geography is also scientific because many scholars have explained the theories and models of using the scientific method. For example, Greenhut model, Izard model, then Weber model, Losch model, using the scientific method. They collect data, formula, and test hypotheses and explain their observation and conclusion. Those are universally applicable, such as von Thunen model, Weber model, introduce location theory, least cost theory by Losch. But both scholars provided lots of evidence related to their work. That's why nature of this subject is scientific. Interdisciplinary nature, fourth nature. Industrial geography is interdisciplinary subject. It embraces the various subjects. It involves the explicitly economics, commerce, statistics, agriculture, botany, chemistry, history, tourism, computer, engineering, transport, trade, science, environmental science, and geography. Other branches of natural and social science also include in this interdiscipline. During the deals with study of this topic, industrial geography is supporting information being collected from various streams of the knowledge and or subject. For example, for the detailed study of economic landscape, there is need refers content from many subjects such as economics, history, agriculture, anthropology, geography, science, environment science, sociology, statistics, and management. Then vast and broad nature. You know that in the market, some mobiles company are come into the market. Some softwares companies also come into the market. So many secondary activities company like as motor vehicle companies are come into the market. And day by day, we are going to petrol engine to diesel petrol engine to LPG or CNG engine, and then electric engine. That's why scope nature of this subject is very vast. During initial stage, its nature is very limited, but now it's become very vast and broad. This has become an extremely varied and versatile subject. Industrial geography focuses on distribution of various distribution and consumption activities related to information of local level to international level. There are many subtopics of industrial geography. For example, trade, transport, communication, some resources, raw material based industry, some final products also. These then distribution. These are the subjects are involved into this industrial geography. Then marketing also important subject after the final product. This specialization has given new status of economic geography. Today, industrial geography not only studied the primary, secondary, and tertiary human activity, but also quaternary and quinary activities also of human being. Therefore, this nature become wider as compared to other branches of geography. Applied nature. Apart from theoretical development of industrial geography, it has now more including towards the applied aspect. Therefore, it has become applied in nature. Application of models and theories has been increased to solve the problems to regional planning and economical development. Many professional economic geographers are now work in planning organizations, government agencies, business and industry. Practical skills such as GIS, remote sensing and cartography are extremely helpful for analysis for of spatial problem. Therefore, the nature of economic geography provide it applied nature. Then complex nature. The main purpose of industrial geography is analysis of human economic activity. All human activities are correlated to each other, and why particular activities develop at specific area. So to answer such question, it is very complex because it is result of various positive factor. Globalization also affect on economic activities or industrial geography or industrial activities. So many companies, multinational companies come into the India, as well as some Indian company also move towards the world. Tata Iron and Steel Company are established in more than 80 nations, and that's why this scope is very complex. Nature is very complex. To understand such phenomena for local and international level has become complex. Then, scope of economic geography as well as scope of industrial geography. The core part of this scope of industrial geography is to study the influence of environment on industrial activity of man. This primary, secondary, tertiary, quaternary, quinary. Therefore, the scope of industrial geography is directly, indirectly touched to all economic activity of man. The scope of economic geography is shortly, first, temporal aspects of distribution of economic activity. The including with the detailed study of distribution of economic activities development, how it is developed since ancient period to present period. It can be grouped into 8 stages of temporal basis. They are ancient, medieval, great age of discovery, 19th century, 20th century, contemporary and present period. Actually, scope of industrial geography is very also vast, because in India we have a large amount of primary activities, and industrial secondary activities are emerging into the India. That's why there is population of India is in second number in the world. That's why labors are available. Area, we are in 7 number. According to area, we are in 7 number. That's why there is no land problem for development of the industry. That's why in India there is a very big or vast scope. Special aspects of distribution of economic activities. Some point can be highlighted for each period of economic activities developed in the mention of this discussion. Vertical aspects of economic activities and horizontal aspects of economic activities or industrial activities. In India, there is both scope. Horizontal scope of industrial activities is very vast because of there is a no land cost is very cheap into the India and into the drought prone area or some interior part of the India there is very big scope. For example, in Nasik there is some tahsil, Dindori, Igatpuri, Sinnar, those tahsil having a various problems. For example, Sinnar, there is a rain secrecy or water secrecy problem in every year. That's why so many projects are come into the Sinnar. Okay, scope is horizontal is there. Then economic activities, the study of natural and human resource, location of economic activities, factors of production. It includes comprehensively study of land, labor and capital. You know that so many things are, so many factors are affect on the development of the industry. For example, some man-made factor or some natural factor. Road connectivity, then labor, capital, electricity, then technology. Those factors are affect on the and on the industrial location. In next lecture, we will study the different topic of the industrial geography. Thank you very much.